Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. A good Erev Shabbos.
Good Erev Shabbos to you, Penny.
Good Erev Shabbos. How you doing there?
Baruch Hashem.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I hear you, Jack. Can you hear me?
I hear you fine.
Very
We
good.
all hear you, Jack.
Okay, I think we can hear everybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, so good.
How you doing, Rabbi Granzler?
Baruch Hashem.
Good.
Everybody. We have a few New Yorkers on here. Is that safe? Alan, welcome.
How are you?
Baruch Hashem.
Hi, Alan.
Hi, how are you?
Baruch Hashem.
Hey, Penny. How you doing?
Who's muted?
Baruch Hashem.
Good. Well,
Reese doesn't look like Phyllis.
Can you hear me okay?
I
Everybody.
hear you fine.
Yes, 5 by 5.
Hi, hi.
Okay.
Hey, Chaim, you put on a jacket and tie tonight. Whoa, we are so
I'm
honored.
davening, so I'm going to put on a tallis, I think, right? I put on a tallis?
Yeah, yeah. All 9 yards.
Guy, you wouldn't recognize you otherwise if you didn't have your tie on.
That's right. Shabbos, you wear a tie. That's a good
Oh, Becca should.
Coleman's
Oh, the
here.
rabbi's in. Okay.
Yes, the rabbi.
How are you?
Baruch Hashem.
How you doing, Rabbi?
I feel great, and I pray that I'm right.
Yeah.
So, good Erev Shabbos to everybody. Thanks for joining us. I want to tell you a story out of Israel, specifically from Efrat. The main character, we could discuss it, or you can discuss it afterwards, whether it's true to identify him as such, but I don't even know his name. He's identified in the story just by the first letter of his name, so I'm going to call him Lior. Lior was a longtime resident, is still a resident, it appears, in Efrat. He lived in the older section of Efrat, and then he's only a couple of months in Zayit, in a brand new house, custom built, brand new house. Conscientious fellow, gets up every morning, davens, goes to work. He wakes up one morning, he has a headache. And he decides, you know what, I'm not gonna go into work today. And he does what he has to do. He does his davening, he has breakfast, and he decides to go over to the shopping mall back in Rimon, which was more developed at the time of the story. It was the Erev Shabbos before Purim, so the mall was extra busy. Many people were buying not only for Shabbos, but they were buying for Shalach Manos, they were buying for Sudas Purim, that they should have everything on their one shop. And as he comes out of the marketplace, having completed what he needed to do, he sees an old neighbor of his, from the old neighborhood. And they're getting out of the car. She's an elderly woman. Her name is Bela. Every Erev Shabbos, one of her. I'm going to mute us. Thank you.
Yeah, mute everybody.
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second.
To mute everybody, Rabbi.
You know what? I don't think. Does somebody have the host status here? 1 second. Got it.
You got it.
Okay. So his whole time.
I don't think I'm on.
Just unmuted everybody.
His whole time.
Never mind. I think you unmuted.
Wait.
Mute yourselves, people.
Got it. Okay, I got it. His old time neighbor, Bela, was getting out of the car, every Erev Shabbos, a neighbor of Bela's would drive her to the mall and would either shop with her or wait for her. She was an older woman. She had her own physical difficulties. She had a husband at home that wasn't able to get about so well either. And every Erev Shabbos, this fellow Aaron would drive her to the mall for her to do her shopping. When they were in the car already, he tells her, listen, I'm taking you to the mall, but something came up. I have a very urgent meeting in Yerushalayim that I have to get to, so I won't be able to take you home. So she says, okay, I'll see what I can do. And she gets to the mall, and lo and behold, who's walking out of the mall, finishing his Erev Shabbos shopping there, but our friend Lior. And they say a nice hello to one another. And she says, by any chance, Lior, maybe could you wait for me a half an hour while I do my shopping and then take me home? He says, sure, I'll do that. You know, I'll take in some of the sunshine. It was a beautiful morning. I'll be happy to do that. So she goes in, and while he's out, you know, trying to just enjoy the fresh air and sort of finish his recuperation from his morning headache, he notices the builder of his house coming into the mall. Happened to be a Palestinian Arab. And Lior thought it was a little bit strange. He generally didn't hang around the neighborhood. He actually got to know him well. Lior was hands-on. He spent a lot of time on the premises while his house was being built. He often had a morning cup of coffee together with this Arab builder. He knew about his family, and he was surprised particularly on that day because it was an Arab holiday, part of a 3-day Arab holiday, which was very family-oriented. He was very surprised to see him in Efrat and in the mall. He also was surprised to see him wearing a raincoat. It was a beautiful sunny day. It was almost Purim, so it's nice spring weather already in Israel. It was not raining. It was not cold. It was not cool. And it bothered Lior. And he followed this Arab guy without letting him know that he was there, but he followed him into the mall. And he sees this Arab builder reaching his hand into his pocket. And Lior did the same because he had a pistol in his pocket. And he heard a click, but nothing happened. And then that Arab builder stuck his hand a second time into his pocket. And Lior was hoping his math was right in what was going to happen. And he actually took out his pistol and shot the fellow in the head. That was a pretty finite decision. The Arab immediately dropped to the floor, and so did Lior. It was the first time in his life that he ever used his gun in that way. And he fainted. The policeman called Rabbi Riskin, who recorded the story, because they felt that he would need some rabbinic counseling as he would wake up after what was obviously a very traumatic experience. And it turned out that this Arab builder was loaded with explosives. Lior was right on target, suspecting that things were not right. There were enough explosives to take down the entire shopping center, and there were hundreds of people inside that center. What if Lior didn't wake up with a headache that morning? What if Aaron didn't have this last minute meeting? What if Bela hadn't met Lior and was bold enough to ask Lior to wait for her? And what if Lior didn't have time to wait for her? So many factors coming together to avert a tragedy and as a result, create a local miracle in the city of Efrat. When I think of this, I think about our Parsha, two Parshias. The beginning, Parshas Bahar, talking about Shemitah, about the holy special land. You know, a land that could somehow figure out how to give its residents enough food, even when they're not allowed to till it and care for it in the normal way during the year of Shemitah. If I ask you, which I would like to, but I won't give you the chance to respond, but if I were to ask you, what's the pasuk that immediately precedes the beginning of the second paragraph of the Shema? In other words, the second paragraph of the Shema is the Haya'im Shamoa Tishma'u El Mitzotai, etc. What's the pasuk that immediately precedes it? It's very possible that many of us would actually answer that it's the last pasuk of the first paragraph. Now, in the Siddur, that would be right. In davening, that would be right. But in the Chumash, that's not the order. These paragraphs are located in three different sections. The first paragraph, the second, and the third of Parshas Tzitzit. So in the Torah, the pasuk that immediately precedes the second paragraph of the Shema is as follows: Eretz asher Hashem Elokecha doresh ota tamid einei Hashem Elokecha ba merishit hashana ad acharit hashana. That this land which Hashem seeks it out, watches out for it, cares for it, oversees it. Hashem's eyes are always looking, so to say, always looking out from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And because of that hashgacha, we can have miracles in our lives. Our Pasha speaks about a miraculous land. And we're standing exactly 1 week from Kavchet Iyar, the 28th day of Iyar. Yom Yerushalayim, we call it. The reunification of the holy city of Yerushalayim. Israel begged Jordan not to join the war, and they wouldn't touch them. Jordan refused, or was pressured not to refuse one way or the other. And after those 19 years of the divided city, Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh, was returned to Jewish control. It's a miracle. It's Yad Hashem. And so as we read this Shabbos of the miraculous land of Israel, let's keep in mind the miracle that we'll celebrate a week from today, and with great hoda'ah, with great thanksgiving to Hashem. And may Hashem keep his eyes on us as well. Chaim, give me a second to unmute you. Here we go.
Okay. Can you
Chaim,
hear me?
did you unmute yourself also? Are
Yes,
you unmuted
yes.
now?
Yes, I think I'm.
Okay, so I'm going to mute myself, and I welcome Chaim Rees as our chazan for this Kabbalah Shabbos. Thank you, Chaim, for joining us, and thank you all for joining us.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. It's Shabbos, and even there's no availers of Shabbos, and Shabbos always has to be b'simcha. So we'll try to do this kabbalat Shabbos b'simcha. Yedid nefesh of harachamon mishoy chavdecha el retoinecha yorut avdecha kimoyayo yishtachave emol hadorecha yeramo Yedidai secha minoi feisuf echol toyam Odunoe ziv hoilam nafshi choy vazavosecha Onoel narichonaloi Beharais loi Noi am zivecha, os dis chazeik, vis is rabbe, v'hoi saloi, simchas olam, osik yemuna, rachamecha, v'chusana, al benahu becha, ki ze kavon nechsoif nechsavti, Lerois meheira, v'seferes uzecha, eila chamda libi, v'chosana, v'al tisalem, igolena, v'verois chavivi yolai, esu kasheloi mecha, Toiret michvaydecha nogila benes mechavach mahereyoi imay mayei v'choneina kimei olam la 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 la, la 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 la, die 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 die. Oh yeah, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Yeah 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 yeah. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Neranladinai, Norialer to Yeshenu. Vaim Shana, Kutvidor, Vioimar, Ramtai Legokaim, the Hemloi, Odroi. Hashem nishbati biapi im yevayon al menuchasi shiru ladai shir chadash shiru ladai kol haaretz shiru ladai baruch shemai Ashay miyayim leyayim Yeshua Sapro bagoyin kevay kai bechol ha'amin niflo isav ki gadol Adonai mola be'ay nairahu al kol Elohim ay 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 la 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 bum 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 השמיים וסוגל האורץ, ירם היום וליום יעלה בכל השבוי, אז ירדנו כעסי יואר, לפני אדוני קיבו לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט הבל בצדק, ויאמן באמונתו. Ave Adonai Sinuro Shoimer Nashes Chasidov Yad Rishoyim Yatzilein Or Zaru L'Tzadik Shvelev Simcho Simcho Tzadikim B'Adonai V'Haidu L'Zechekot Shoyim. Hoirai Skam Kov Yachad Horim Yiranenu Lifnei Adonai Kivo Lishpoit Haaretz Yishpoit Hevel B'Tzedek V'Yamim B'Meisharim. Moranon Yedaber Aleihem, Shaimru Eidaisa, V'Chagos Alamoy, Adinoi Leinu Ato Anisom, El Noisei HaYisu Lahem, V'Noikem Al Alilaisom, Roi Memu, Adonai Eloheinu V'Shtachvu Lahar Kodsho, Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Mizmor LeDavid, Avul Adonai B'nei Elim, Avul Adonai, Kavod V'Yois, Ay, Avul Adonai, Kavod Shemoi, Shachul Adonai B'Hagras Kodesh, Kol Adonai Al Hamoyim, Al HaKavod Elim. Adonai Chayil Ayalois, V'Chashoy V'Yarois, V'Chaloi Kaloi HaMakavoid, Adonai L'Mavel Yashav, V'Yeshev Adonai Melech Li'olam, Adonai Oy Li'amo Yitein, Adonai Yivarech Esamoy B'Shalom. Adonai Dilek Raskalo, B'nei Shabbos Nekabela, L'chodoi Dilek Raskalo, B'nei Shabbos Nekabela, Hay Shamar V'Zachor B'Dibur Echad, Ishmeyanu Elam Yuchad, Adonai Echad U'Shmo Echad, L'Shem L'Seferes V'L'Silo, L'Chodoi Dilek Raskalo, B'nei Shabbos Nekabelo, Hay L'Kra HaShabbos L'Chu V'Nelcho, Ki Hi Mekor HaBrocha, Meroish Mekedem Nesucha, Soy Maseb Mashavat Techila, L'Chodoi Dilek Raskalo, B'nei Shabbos Nekabelo. Hay Mikdash Melech Ir Melucha, Kometzi Mitoy Chafecha, Rav Loch Shebes B'yei Mekabocha, Hu Yachmol Lo Layichemo, L'Chodoi Dilek Raskalo, B'nei Shabbos nekabelo. Hisnarim meyafar komi. Nefshi b'gdei sifertei chami. Al yad ben Yishai beis halachmi. Korvo al nafshi geyala. Lechodoi dilek raskala. B'nei Shabbos nekabelo. Hisayre, ki vayayre. Come ayre, ore shir daveri, void Adonai alayich nego, lechodoi dilek raskala, b'nei Shabbos nekabelo. Oy, sevoy shib, like sekomi. Matish toichachi, matemi. V'nefzoni eyami, v'nefnesorir al tilo. Ay, la 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 la, l'chadoidi. La 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 la, l'ikras kalo. Ay, B'nei Shabbos nekabelo. Ay, l'meshis hosh, v'rachaku kol mebalayeh. Yosef salayeh, Eloi hayeh, himzoy choson al kalo. La 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 la, chodoidi. La, negras kala. Ay, la. B'nei Shabbos nekabelo. Yomim osmol tidraitzi. V'yes Adonai taritzi. Al yadish ben patzi. V'nesmecho v'nagilo. Lechodaydi. Lekras pala. B'nei Shabbos nekabelo. Oy b'shalom materet bala, oy gam b'simcha b'tala. Oy chemonei am segula, oy chala. Lechodaydi lekras kala, la. Ay, la. B'nei Shabbos nekabelo.
Good Shabbos, everybody.
Shabbos, everybody.
Ryan, thank you so much. Thank you.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos.
Shabbos,
Shabbos,
everyone.
Shabbos,
Shabbos, everybody.
Barbara,
Good Shabbos.
Bam.
Can you change the weather?
Shabbos, everybody. Shabbos, everyone.
Ellen.
Beautiful.
Shabbos, Rabbi.
Shabbos, Teddy.
Good to see everybody.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
All be well and
Shabbos,
healthy.
everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbos,
Rabbi, how are you?
Nice to see everybody. Good
And my wife says,
Good Shabbos.
Have a beautiful
Where
day.
is Sarah?
come here, you can see.
Shabbos,
Sarah.
everybody.
Shabbos.
Shabbos, Bobby and Mom. At the rabbi, no? At the rabbi?
Shabbos,
David This man looks like
Shabbos.
Shabbos. Hi, Dove. Good Shabbos.
Hey, Doc, how are you?
Hi, Dove. Hi, Dove. Good Shabbos. Be well.
Good to see you.
Hi, Rabbi.
Shabbat shalom.
Is it regards to the Belskis,
Good
Reese's?
Shabbos.
In regards to Ted Spar and
Who's on the corner?
and
Somebody's
Ted and
Cheryl.
Cheryl Spar from
Rebecca
Rebecca.
Walensky.
Who?
Rebecca Walensky.
Oh, Rebecca.
What's
A
going on?
young man, who's that?
You want to leave?
Shabbos, everybody.
Oh, you want to do something with me?
Good Shabbos.
It looks like that.
Good Shabbos to Ted Spar and
Rabbi,
Cheryl Spar.
Just left you.
I think a lot of our
He
good
was
wishes.
Shabbos,
Boys.
Cheryl, to David
Shabbos,
Cheryl.
Rabbi, it's Mark for you.
What? I'm not.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Rita.
Hi, Mark and Rita. Hi, Barbara. How are you?
Barbara, coming up, good Shabbos. I don't like good Shabbos,
Shabbos,
Rabbi.
remember to count the Omer later on.
Yes, we will.
This says iPad.
Thank you.
Good Shabbos.
The
Good Shabbos,
sunshine from
David. Good
Brooklyn.
Shabbos.
Oh, good
Sending you
Shabbos.
all sunshine and good
Okay,
Shabbos.
finally. All right, finally you got sunshine. We've had
Okay,
a whole.
good Shabbos. Yeah, good Shabbos, Cheryl Spar. Good Shabbos, Rabbi Green.
I'm happy that it's nice.
Shabbos, Marvin. Say hello to Shirley.
Yeah, good Shabbos, Cheryl Spar and Theodore Spar, Ted Spar.
Who's on the corner? I can't
David, you're using the same backdrop again.
don't see that.
We feel like we should all be in Israel.
So did we. We used to say backdrop.
Shabbat, good Shabbat Shalom, Theodore Spar.
Okay.
Hi, Marvin. Good Shabbos.
Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, so there'll be a long raining in shul. V'ha b'chukosai.
Oh, boy.
It says happy Shabbos Chazak. Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom, Theodore Spar.
Another part of the Torah.
Is it on the liver?
Yeah, proclaiming freedom and.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you.
It's going to come back in for the.
Shabbat Shalom, Theodore Spar and Cheryl Spar.
Where's Minka? Say hello for us.
Come here, Cheryl wants to with you. She's not coming. Interesting in mine.
Okay.
I don't see, the rabbi, I don't see one. I heard Barbara. Are they on the telephone?
I'll show you.
Rabbi, yeah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Here's more
Oh, there they are. See? I'm waving to Barbara. Rabbi.
A long reach.
I don't know who I'm waving
Shabbat
to.
Shalom, everyone.
Have a Shabbat Shalom.
Good job.
Shabbat Shalom.
No, somebody said, no, we're waving to the Spars, but I don't know who they are. iPad.
What'd you say, Ted?
Oops. Somebody was waving, but it just said iPads. I don't know who they were.
Right.
Oh,
Very nice. Nice turnout, nice davening.
yeah. Okay. We should all have a lovely Shabbos.
Amen.
Yes, it's
Amen.
so special being able to see everybody at least. right?
Yes, nice.
It is nice.
We miss
Shabbat
you
Shalom.
all.
Very
Spar.
nice. And I'm
And
happy
Ted
you're
Spar.
wearing your pearls. So, very nice.
And a lot of chizuk, right? It's Chazak chizuk. We need chizuk, right?
Yeah.
Hey, good Shabbos, everyone.
Hey, we're gonna sign off. Wishing you all well.
I'm gonna-
Okay.
Welcome to join us for Havdalah as well.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, Shabbat Shalom,
Okay.
Rabbi and Robertson.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to all of you.
Too.